Alright, where are we heading next? I believe we've only got two friends left to make, the pig and the deer, is that correct? Everyone else looking good and orange these days? Yeah, just how I like it. I'm assuming, yeah, the deer's going to be out on the farm. Fuck knows how we get to the pig, but I guess that'll be a problem for later. That's future Joe's issue to overcome. But in the meantime, we've got a destination to head towards, so we'll focus on that. Yeah, little baby steps, one thing at a time. Who knows, maybe the pig's like a extra secret bonus boss that you unlock after doing all the others. They'll all come together to take the form of like a Megazord pig, and it'll be absolutely incredible. Why is the game white screened? Oh, there we go. A little bit concerned for a second there. One of these days I'll pick up this game and remember which trigger button is sprint and which one is big magic explosion. That's definitely not true because I've not managed it so far, so it's very unlikely I will manage it in the remaining, what, let's be real, probably no more than 4 episodes, I wouldn't have said, depending on how much content there is beyond saving all the big boy spirits. I like this shed of depression up here. There's a spirit up there as well. I can only work out how to. Oh, okay. Turns out not that difficult a problem to solve, that one. What I did was I jumped up to the place that was higher than where I currently was. I know it required some pretty serious thought. It's puzzle platforming at its epitome, I would say, but somehow I managed to muscle my way through it. Huzzah! I guess we're heading for this big whatever this is over here in the distance. I guess this is where we want to be. The quarry. It's always a quarry. Quarries at some point, like quarries, mines, you know, that whole sort of shebang became like one of the sort of accepted default areas in a video game. You know how it always used to be like grass world, forest world, ice world, fire world, sky world. You know what I mean? There used to be staples, but the staples have changed with the times, and now every game has to have a quarry. In the modern era. This is the thing you look for. Memory that. Don't know why I was surprised by that. For some reason I didn't think it would be, because I'd like just got one, but shows what I know. Shows what I know about how all this works. There's a big tree. Observant insight there, Joe. That tree is quite large. Oh my, what a large tree. Reminds me of, as one of the things the pawns used to say in Dragon's Dogma, which is a game I tried to replay recently, and realised it doesn't autosave anywhere near as often as you might expect it to. So at one point I died and lost an awful lot of progress and never went back to it, but it's a shame because it was a cool game. I do have a lot of fond memories for it, but I'm just used to games autosaving like all the time now. Like Dark Souls has ruined me. Like you walk 3 steps and that game autosaves. You don't have to have achieved anything at all, and the game is like, yeah, we should probably save round about now, I think. These are strong fellas. Yeah, I had a similar experience with Baldur's Gate 3 as well, quite recently, where I lost progress, but it wasn't really much progress. It was just an awful lot of like selling 10 ton of shit to vendors that I just didn't want to have to do again, so now I'm having to work up the enthusiasm to go and redo that. It's a tough one. This person is nukeable and is moving. This could be cataclysmic. No, what are you shooting at? There we go. Not quite as much impact from that as I was expecting, if I'm completely honest. No, shoot up. Shoot up at the enemy. I can't run up this. Helpful to establish. Or maybe we go from on top of this. I'm not sure about that one. Do you think maybe we're going to be platforming along the top of these later and we had to knock that down in advance in order to... Maybe. Maybe that's what's going on here. Can't say for sure though. I don't actually know how I'd get up on top of them, to be honest with you. I was looking at this like collapsed scaffolding here, but that looks like the sort of thing that the game will not let me climb. It looks far too finicky. And half of it's just not going to have proper collision, because that's how this game sort of rolls a lot of the time. I guess... Can we make that? That looks like a really big jump. But don't know where else I'd go. Just about. These guys are having a bad time right now. Has to be said, this is not a fun experience for anyone. No one likes carrying the giant blocks of concrete. Oh, hello. Through the waist-high sludge. That's no one's idea of enjoyable experience unless your name happens to be Sisyphus. For one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Oh, what do we have now? Treasure to be found. I mean, that's obviously the direction to go over there, but this way opens up a whole world of possibility. Involving... Is that a donkey? Or is that a horse? I struggle to tell the difference, I'm not going to lie. I up until quite recently, I lived in an area where horses were all over the place, but I apparently still cannot identify one from a lineup. Can we get on top of the... That one definite memory that got away, that body that was hanging off the top of that block back there, is going to haunt me. But I guess 'twas not to be. Hang on. There was a hair in my mouth. I do own a dog, you may be aware of this, but I do own a dog, and he does produce quite a few of those. But they very rarely end up in my mouth. What the fuck? Let's not be near this right now. Let's be over here instead. Was that meant to have done something? So, obviously what you're meant to do is just dash through here before it explodes, and it's on a time limit. But did they really not think people would just, like, hang back and wait for it to blow? Did they really not think that was a possibility? Because that wasn't a visual experience that was designed for people hanging back and waiting for it to blow. Interesting. Didn't expect to die there. Didn't expect that to be the end of me, but... Well, I really can't make it through there in time, huh? Do I need to, like, put the fire out or something? Yeah, okay. I solved the problem. It was press the one button that we pressed to solve all problems. Was the solution, it turns out. Should have seen that one coming, really. These are definitely donkeys. That is definitely a donkey. I know a donkey when I see one. Eventually. Let me pet the donkey. Let me pet the giant donkey. There we go. Ah. Oh, let me try that again, but better. Yeah! Look at me succeeding. I feel like this isn't where the game wanted me to go, but fuck what the game wants. I do what I want. There's definitely an optional upper route up here. This was an intended thing. I haven't outsmarted anyone. I mean, I'm just gonna hang back and see what this means. Oh, that killed me, did it? Alright, if you insist. If you insist, that killed me. Who am I to argue? Go along the bottom. Oh, can we go along the bottom? Maybe we can't go along the bottom. Maybe we're meant to go along. Wait. I'm up here now. Alright, after us. Just skip your own platforming. What the fuck? Where was my second jump? Where was my second jump in this whole experience? I'm definitely meant to have another one. It's not really much of a threat when you can just turn it off, is it? Fucking hell. That was nearly catastrophic. Okay, we go over here. I'm working it out. I'm finding my way. And we go up and over and move on with our lives. We definitely missed something back in that previous section, but never mind. Having things is for dorks. Real men are content with the experiences they missed, knowing that they had plenty of savourable experiences that they had. And don't engage in such pettiness as fear of missing out. That's the true Chad philosophy right there. And you know, that's what they say about me, that Joe. He's a Chad. He's the chadliest Chad who ever chatted. For sure. For sure, that's the thing they say about me. Can we not shoot this? This looks like it can be shot. You have to shoot it from the right side, I guess. What does this actually... What did it actually do? And we push the minecart. Oh. This may have been a mechanic we could engage in this entire time. And would have been the solution to some of the puzzles that were confusing me. And by may, I mean it's definitely the case. Now we launch it off here. Bye, minecart. It's possible I was supposed to be riding that. Actually. Then again, maybe not. Anything up here before I go about my business? Are there any secrets to behold like this? Is this a secret to behold? Come on, I'm beholding. Where are we going? Fucking nowhere, it turns out. Oh wait, we can go up and over here. I'm not sure I can come back again if I do though. Or maybe I can actually. Yeah, fuck it. Let's explore this direction despite opening the other direction. It's a thing. Do we let this explode? Does letting this explode give us like an entry put? No, it just kills us. Alright, fair enough. Okay, I can solve this mystery. Okay. Alright. We have to stop several. It seems like you only have to hit them once and then they stay. I thought they would reignite if I unhit them. If I extracted my ball. There we go. What does this mean for me? Oh, secret door. Secret door. This has been the single most complicated spirit to get in this game. It is like a Komodo dragon or some shit though, so I mean that's pretty cool, honestly. Oh, and now we're here. Cool. It all worked out in the end. I thought it would just run the dude over, but apparently, yeah, it just bounces off them. They're too powerful for mere minecarts to be of any severe threat to them. When you have a rack like that, how could anything possibly be a threat to you? Guys up a bit now. Oh, the big ones are out the picture. Really just spam the button to just bully the little ones. Okay, so we got some minecarts that we can change the path of, or at least one minecart that we can change the path of. The other two don't really seem to do very much at all. Why are they... Oh, hang on. I think I missed that. I know, I'm Joe. Sometimes I'm not the most observant of people. Sometimes I'm not necessarily paying as much attention as you may hope. But, nonetheless, spotted this, didn't I? Spotted this little secret. Whatever the purpose of it is, who knows? Who can possibly say? Little tree we can grow down there. That's quite nice. We can run up here. Ah, and it loops back into the above world. Where we save the mountain lion? Could be a mountain lion. It's possible. It could be a great many things. And one of those things is mountain lion. It could also be like a regular lion, or a puma, or a cougar, or a leopard. Some of these things may all be the same creature, just going by different names, and I honestly have no clue. My knowledge of wild animals is somewhat limited. I know dogs quite well. Everything else is a foreign species. I could probably pick a giraffe from a lineup, I imagine. They're pretty unique looking. I know there's two types of elephant. And I couldn't tell you which one's which. That's a real big dude pushing a real big block. With some already quite big dudes on top of it. Again, observation skills just paying dividends right now. I'm noticing all the things. Like this man's almighty arse crack. Ah, we can go up here. Okay, I thought we were going to have to do some weird climbing up the man's almighty arse crack, but... This works. This works for me. Now we just have to climb across his mighty shoulders and his big bald head. This guy voted Brexit, didn't he? This guy loves going down the local, having a pie and a pint, and watching the match, supporting his beloved Arsenal. That's a proper British man right there. He's got a staffy called Tyson and hates his wife. Off you go, minecart. I may have sent the minecart to its death. I feel a little bit bad about that. The minecart didn't deserve that. I'm assuming it's going to help me in some way, though. There's going to be a positive outcome of this for yours truly. Like that, I guess. Get bopped. Oh, we can climb on that one now. That's pretty cool. Can that one over there get bopped as well? That one looks boppable. Well, maybe not. Appeared more glistening than it actually was at first glance. I'm just going to take this with me. I have a feeling I might need it at some point. Possible I could have used it to like climb up something a bit earlier as well, mayhaps? Probably not though. All this to save a deer, I don't know. Is it worth it? Oh, there's a stack. A stack of block carriers, one upon the other. Like a Russian doll. Hey, oi, where do you think you're going? That was lucky. Got it on the rebound by pure chance. Not going to pretend there was any sort of skill or timing involved there. Hello. Alright, next room then. Being really generous with the memories, they're just sort of in front of me constantly. I'm just walking along and it's just like, hey, here's a There's like a river of sludge running through the middle of this room that I honestly had not clocked. I'll be completely honest. I was not aware of its presence at all. It somehow managed to sneak up on me. Can pet the lion. Wait, hang on. Petting the lion will have to wait. I have slightly more pressing matters to attend to. Everything is exploding. Everything is exploding at once. Including this thing that I absolutely cannot stop. Oof. Those little sections are getting a little bit feisty, a little bit spicy. Still gonna pet the mountain lion though. Feel better for that. Feel good about that. Doing my part for the world, one petting at a time. Is this what... I mean, we can do this, so I'm assuming there's no downside to doing this. We maybe should have been riding it? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We can catch up with it. Is there anything over here, though? Just first, real quick. Real quick. Any secrets to behold? I like secrets, me. Quite a fan of a secret. It's becoming increasingly possible that the secrets were in fact in the other direction. Yeah, let's can we run down this, or are we like stuck up here now? We can't really, but we can. There's ways down. There's methods. There's ways around our current predicament. These game developers thought of everything. Except how to make their game fun. No, I didn't say that. You heard nothing. No, it's a fun game in its own way. It's very limited in its concepts, I suppose. I mean, I guess plenty of games are, you know, like you boil it down, a Mario game is just platforming. This is also just platforming. this does an adequate job of bringing in occasional new mechanics to spice things up. The environments change, you know, it does an alright job of what it set out to do, and I appreciate the message behind it all. There are definitely segments in it that drag, though. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. There's definitely points in this game where I've been like, okay, but can we just, like, get to the next bit now? You know what I mean? I don't know which of these two routes is the one where I'm supposed to go for the fun loot, and which is the one I'm meant to go along for, like, progressing the video game. I'm starting to suspect that I have once again managed to get it wrong. Let me shoot that guy. There we go. That was harder than it had any right to be. Is he still not down? What the fuck? How are you so powerful? My magic orb embedded itself in you. Is that not... I think it's not quite reaching. I think he's slightly too far away. Yeesh. Okay, yeah, the other route was definitely the loot route, but unfortunately, I'm not about to go back the way I came now. I'm committed. This is what commitment looks like. Show this to any potential partner. Ask them if they're ready for this. Is this going to help in any way? Because I don't know how to get that. Oh. I've only gone and solved it, haven't I? I'm only a ruddy genius. No, don't you go off the edge now. Now you can go off the edge. Now is appropriate time for edge falling. Nearly overshot there. Wasn't expecting to jump quite so well. Right, we saved the Anteater. Or Aardvark. I don't know how to tell the difference between the two, honestly. They may even be the same creature. It's entirely possible. Again, not great on the whole animals thing. I'm not a veterinarian. Alas. Good money in that field, I tell you. I will tell you what. You want to make money, just be willing to treat sick animals and you're going to be set for life, man. Absolutely set for life. Yeah, this is taking me back. Well, you know what? It looks like I picked the right direction all along. Unless we go up from here. But since we are back, since we have returned to the back area, we might as well go explore this direction now, huh? Might as well. Might as well. Might as well. Alright, what's over here then? What's awaiting me down this horrifying hallway? Oh look, thousands of bad guys. Bad guy children? Bad guy children, I think. Honestly hard to tell because all of their proportions are kind of fucked, but... yeah, these ones are definitely kids. Ooh, that went pretty nasty for me, didn't it? Please don't throw me through the wall. I don't want to be clipped out of bounds today. Maybe once I master the speed run for this game, then that'll become something I want to do. But for right now, quite happy just plodding along, doing my own thing, you know? No? Are you quite sure? Fair enough. Oh, can't push these ones either. We're apparently past the point of pushing minecarts. I guess they've been over there though. There's trees over there. Oh yeah, that's where Big Dave was hanging out. Honestly, if nothing else, growing trees is nice as a way of grounding yourself. Getting a sense of where you are and where you've been. Especially in these increasingly barren, deserty landscapes. I don't know if going that way is going to yield anything. Oh, it is above where I came in. So I guess up there is new. What's over here then, first and foremost? Oh good. Jesus Christ. Did I miss one? I missed one. I missed two, apparently. Damn, I thought I did really well there. Okay. Thought I was fucked there, but somehow I put two of them out at once. What the fuck? There must be like a secret one I'm missing. I cannot seem to... I keep trying to put that... the long one along the top out, like, immediately, but... it doesn't seem to ever work. I think it's got, like, plot armor. Guess it worked that time. I don't feel like I got any extra ones, but... I didn't explode, so I must have done something right. There we go. I did it, eventually. So this just brings us up here. I guess we couldn't have got this way otherwise? There is a spirit, to be fair. Oh, axolotl! Yeah, okay, this area, for all of its faults, is having me save all the coolest creatures, so... it gets points for that. It is quite a spectacle. So I've got the big goop orb in the centre. I don't quite know what's going on over there, but I keep spotting that and being a little bit concerned by it. I think the stag's just going to be buried in that. Oh, fuck off, man. How many? How many of these are you gonna... a really slow one over here. But I think, yep, there's still more. There's still more. The sky ones. How do we stop the sky ones? They're in the sky. That was problematic, to say the least. Right. Ah, does that help? Was that a good thing to do? Oh, we can lock onto them from the ground. The game just has to be willing to cooperate with you at the time. No! No! It got away. That was the last one. It escaped me. in the story told by the Fuses, that guy's like the hero and the martyr of the story, right? You're always a bad guy to someone. Life isn't black and white. Sometimes you're the villain in the Fuses story. It all come down to a point there. And you can get all three of them in one shot, and I think you kind of have to, or else they escape on you. Okay. Good to know. I mean, not particularly useful to know now that I've done it and will never have to do it again, but, you know. It's a fact that's stored in my brain. Taking up valuable grey matter. There's some neurons specifically dedicated to that. Oh, hang on, you've got an umbilical cord. We have found a radio tower, ladies and gentlemen. We found one. We purge this room and we'll have a save point. Which, honestly, kinda crazy that we haven't found one of these yet in this area. This entire zone has been completely free of any sort of warp point. That's the term I was looking for. Wow, okay. That was an odd series of events, but it worked out for me, I suppose. There's one down there. You did a really bad job of sneaking up on me, man. Hate to break it to you, but... like, I walked past all these guys. Oh, this one's a ranged attacker. That's why he didn't come for me. Threw a breeze block at nothing and gave up. Okay, so it's just the one up the top now, I think. Oh, two up the top. Okay, either way, we head up. Moving on up, moving on up. Gotta get up. Thinking, why is... oh, okay. I was wondering why the world was vibrating. I didn't know if I'd, like, set off a bomb or something. Why am I... that was cool. I really liked being locked into perpetual falling animations there. That was a pretty fun time. This guy's, like, still up to his old tricks, though. I thought maybe he would have respawned at the top, but I guess dying doesn't respawn enemies. They keep the health that they were on prior to your dying. Thanks, pal. Never would have got through there if it wasn't for you. What a hero, honestly. What an absolute hero. I'm going to die. But now I get to cheese the enemy, so, you know. Who really died around here? Not me. I'm still running about. Are we done here? Do I not need to go down the bottom and, like, shoot a thing? You normally have to... yeah, I see a light. You normally have to activate these once that you've cleared out all of its friends. In my personal experience. And then I can de-goop this entire room, and that'll be cool, won't it? Have some trees and shit in here instead. I'm not up there. You can tell me I'm up there, but I'm definitely not. We're approaching the orb. What promise awaits within the orb? Can I pet the anteater? Alright, here I come. What is this? Why is this? Oh, you can just sort of walk into it, I guess. That's cool. This... I don't feel like I'm in an orb. Realistically, this looks like an outdoor area. Am I wrong? Well, there might be a curvature. There may be a curvature to the atmosphere here. Hard to tell though, honestly. The orb definitely wasn't this big from the outside, let's put it that way. Fuck it. Let's see what the orb has to offer me. What wonders are there to be beheld? Oh! Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. We're in the deers area, so of course it's going to have a focus on hunting. I see. I really should have expected this more, honestly. I don't really know what I... Oh, I go this way. I didn't seem to have many options beyond getting shot at that point, but I was clearly too focused on the oncoming bullets and not focused enough on the handy-dandy staircase hidden around behind me. That's on me, you know. For some reason, when someone's shooting at me, my instincts to... Oh, I see how this works now. My instincts to look around every nook and cranny, they get a little bit distracted. So if we get caught in a searchlight, we get shot at. But to be honest, getting shot at doesn't seem like that big a deal. So I'm kind of okay to just run through them. It really doesn't seem to matter that much, because they don't really hit you unless you just sort of stand still and let them. Haha. See what I mean? A little bit... Oh! That was a new one. You got me with that one, honestly. You tricked me real good there. Watch out for nooses as well, I suppose. Oh, we got bear traps hanging up. You know, I really just want to stand in one. What if I just don't press A? Well, that answers that question. Right, moving on then. Watch out for dangly... I was miles from that, man. Miles from that. Dangly strings and bear traps and light shows. It's all pretty bad. It's all not great to get involved in. This way, maybe? No, it's a bit dark in that direction. We probably go this way, don't we? That would make sense. That would add up. I'm definitely missing, like, a bunch of... What the fuck is going on here? I'm definitely missing, like, a bunch of spirits and memories and shit in here, for sure. But honestly, this is, like, the most impactful zone we've had so far, I think, as far as, like, stakes go. It's nice that there's like actual threat in this area, for whatever that's worth. This game hasn't been great at really upping the stakes like that so far. Like, for the most part, things just aren't particularly dangerous ever in this game. Worst thing is, occasionally you fall off a cliff and get reset to exactly where you just were, and like nothing of value was lost, you know what I mean? I guess we go down the big glowy hole, do we? Step into the light. Oh, it's like a giant bear trap. I see. And we get shot at all the way down. But again, that's fine. As long as I keep moving. Yeah, this section and the section where I was running away from the chasing darkness under the sea, stuff like this is nice in this game. I think the stuff that really pushes you onwards and increases the tension a little bit. I think that's something that's sort of lacking from the rest of the game. You do end up just sort of meandering a bit in some of the other areas, getting hung up on like trying to work out which option is going to get you a spirit and which option's going to be the way the game wants you to go. I get in my own head a lot about that sort of thing in games, because like I want to get the bonus stuff and don't want to get locked out of it. It's just how it goes. So I think when the game really pushes you onwards and just makes it into a game of where you sort of embrace the flow of the jumps and the dashes and the other extra mechanics they squeeze in as well, I think that's when it's at its best, honestly. If there was more of that sort of thing in this game, I think I would rate it a lot higher. That's just me though. I mean, obviously different playstyles, different mechanics appeal to different people, so you know, I'm sure some people will get a real kick out of the slower, more explorative sections, whereas for me, I've always been someone who prefers a well-structured linear set piece to look around this big field and find all the secrets sort of deal, you know? Unless the big field with all the secrets is also really well structured and the secrets are rewarding and fun to find. You know, it depends a lot. It can vary a lot from game to game. But point is, we found the deer vessel while I was talking. You may have missed that because my rambling was so insightful it distracted you from the gameplay. But we saved another one. We've just got Piggy left. There's only one vessel left to be found, and all my life force will be restored. Then I will bring life back to the world and banish the Devourers. Oh yeah, she's not happy about the Devourers being banished. They have to be saved too. There's definitely going to be more to this after we save the Piggy. There's definitely going to be like a final chapter where we save humans as well. I can feel it coming. But that is all for another time, methinks, for it is once again time for wrapping up. So I shall see you next time. Bye.